So last time we looked at a set of numbers and tried to work out how can we find the middle one in a quick way. So let's look at exercise 2, question 2a to begin with and see what happens there. So these are looking really awkward numbers: 1.5, 2.7, 3.8, 4.8 and 5.6. Now fortunately these numbers have already been put in order, so that's nice and straightforward. But I know and I can see that it is the third value. So if I look here, let's choose a colour, come on, here we go. So let's just put a little table down here. When there are in the list, so say there are 5 numbers, I'm going to work out, let's see if I can find a pattern. So here the 5 numbers are third value. So that's the value I'm going to do. So there are 5 numbers and it's a third value. Okay, let's look at the next one, 2b. And 2b says, it's nice and straightforward, 15, 16, 22 and 17. That's a bit sneaky. So make that 17, 22. So here, the numbers I have 4 numbers, and it's going to be, I wonder if you can work out, the 2.5 value. So I have 4 numbers, and it's a 2.5 value. And interesting here, what it means is it's this one here, between here. So that was our answer for the first one here. Our answer is going to be 16.5, because that's halfway between the two. Don't touch my ink there. Now let's look at C. Interesting, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes. Oh, let's keep everything nice and consistent. So I think I said 7 reds. So 7 reds, 7 threes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 4. And a 4 there. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 values, and it's a 4.5 one. Somewhere in there. And somewhere halfway between 3 and 3, 3. Now I want you to really think about, how do I know which it is? Because very quickly, let's look at question 3a. They tell you there are 9 students, and these values, let's put it in order for you beforehand. So I'm going to quickly do this. I hope I don't get it wrong, but if I do, it doesn't matter because that's the first part of learning, isn't it? By falling over. So I have 34, 51, 52. It's a bit of a dangerous way of doing it. 58. In the exam, you'd actually mark things off on the paper. 58, then it's 65, 67. Is there 67? I thought I saw, yeah, 67. I want to go over to the side here as well because I need the space. After 67, I got 71 and 86. Now I'm just going to count because, of course, I could have made a simple mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. So there are 9 numbers, and I wonder if you can work out which value I'm going to look for. Okay, 5 values, third number, 4 values, the second half, 8 values, the 4.5. Notice the even numbers, it always seems to be a half, and the odd numbers is an integer, a whole value. So this is likely to be an integer, a whole value. I wonder if you can work out what it's going to be. Hopefully some of you have done and said, we think it's going to be the 5th value. Well done. Let's just see if that's right by doing the strikeout method, remember? First and last, those two, those two, those two, those two. That one there. Is that our 5th value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. There. Now how did we do that? Well, here's the answer. If you have 9, you add 1, so you had 9, so you had 9 values, 9 values, you add 1 and halve it. So you had 5, first one, add 1, halve it. So you had 4, add 1, halve it. 1, 2 and a half. So you had 8, this is going to be tricky. Halve it, sorry, add 1, 9, and then halve it, 4.5. So the rule here is you add 1 to n and then halve it. And that's how you find your value. Now, that's a nice way of doing it, but of course you can do the strikeout method if that suits, but that's kind of a neat way of doing it.